W.E.B. Du Bois once said, "In the black world, the preacher and the teacher embody once the ideals of this people, the strife for another and a more just world, the vague dream of righteousness, the mystery of knowing." This quote makes me think about education, but it also makes me think about identity and the importance it has in our life. Identity is what makes us who we once were, who we are, and who we will become. Understanding a person's identity is an important part and sometimes the only way we get to know one another. By knowing a person's identity, you're building bonds, showing that you care, saying they are important and they have something to offer. As a teacher, knowing your students' identities is an important aspect in building bonds of trust, kindness, and a caring classroom community. But before you get to know your student's identity tree, you must get to know your own, the good and the bad. For me, like most, my identity began to grow since I was a child, and in many ways I began growing my own identity tree when I was able to understand and grasp, usually without knowing, what my parents were teaching me. They were, in a sense, putting fertilizer around my identity tree, helping it grow, giving me the nutrients I needed until I could make my own. And for me, my parents' fertilizer has always stayed with me and guided me, creating the foundation of who I am. As I grew into a young adult, my identity tree was growing strong, and I was growing my own branches, with each new branch stemming off a pre-existing branch or growing a new branch from my own experiences. I was trying to suffocate the values and beliefs my parents had taught me. Then, as I grew and continued to grow into adulthood, I am finding that the foundation that I was smothering with my own branches that I grew was beginning to spring back to life, and the original branches were beginning to bloom again. I have found that the values and beliefs that makes up the foundation my identity tree has become much more important to me. Because I have found that the branches I made as a young adult are no longer important to me. That my life, my identity has changed. The things I value are different. But the values and beliefs my parents taught me have not changed. They have made me who I am today, helping mold my identity, because my identity is blooming, changing, and growing as I do. Every once in a while, I will come across a branch in my identity tree that is bare and dying, and these branches represent my unconscious and my conscious biases and prejudices. In understanding my biases and prejudices, I will be able to build a stronger, caring classroom community, creating a trusting relationship and environment with my students. Knowing and understanding that each child is different and unique, that they all have something to offer, I can help each of my students grow their own identity tree, celebrating it and each other's, showing that we are all different yet all the same, and giving them the confidence they need to succeed in school and in life. I know that teaching academics is not enough, that our job goes beyond the end of the book, past the last page in the text. Our job is to show our students that their identity is important, to give dreams to children who may not have any, show them that they can succeed, that we do care about their future, and that we are always here for them.